Today we're going to make a quick, easy project. This can be made for like $3 if you have a table saw. Now if you don't have a table saw, you can easily make this project out of 2x2 furring strips. Problem with that is finding good straight ones that aren't too messed up from Lowe's or Home Depot is a bit of a challenge, but it can be done. So with just a skill saw and a tape measure and some sandpaper, you can easily make what we're going to make today. And what we're making is decorative paddles. Now these paddles behind me are actually real paddles, but we're going to make a easy decorative paddle. So a lot of people take a solid 6-inch wide by 1-inch or 2-inch thick piece of material, make a pattern and cut it out with a jigsaw. Now you can do this, but it's really hard to cut that far, that straight with a jigsaw unless you use a jigsaw a lot. Most people don't use a jigsaw that much, so came up with an easier way to do it. But this is what I came up with a solid piece of wood. It looks okay, it's just a lot of wonky stuff, so got an easier way to do it. So this is what we're going to be making. Again, she's in 2-inch strip wide wood. It's a 4-foot long paddle, 16-inch blade. Now you can change these dimensions. If you're using a 2x4x8, you can actually make a 5-foot paddle. You could add another layer and make a little bit water paddle if you wanted to. There's just a lot of uses, decorative uses for paddles. You can add some hooks, make a coat rack. You can put them on your front porch. You can make a fishing pole holder out of them. There's just a lot of uses. Or, so with 4th of July just around the corner, you can change things up, add a little rope, add red, white, and blue, and you have something patriotic for your front porch or your lake house, your rental property, whatever you need. Again, you're only spending, with a 2x4, $3. If you buy 2x2 strips, you're up to a couple more bucks. Now, you can also do this project with a pre-made paddle. Pre-made paddle from Walmart, a real paddle, is about 15 bucks, and you can paint it yourself. Or the other Hobby Lobby sells like a 3-foot paddle if you catch it on sale from $15 to $20, somewhere around there. But this is an easy project that you can do yourself at your house and save some money. Let's get started. Next step is just simply splitting that 2x4 in half if you're using the 2x4 method. We're going to split it down the middle. The exact thickness really doesn't matter. Just make sure it's consistent, whether it's 1 3/4 or 1.5 inches, whatever you have to work with. Just make it even, make 2 pieces the same size. Real simple. So when you're splitting your pieces, it's easier to go ahead and cut it to length, then split it. So your 2x4, you need 2 4-foot sticks, and then 4 total 16-inch pieces. So you need a 4-foot piece and a 32-inch piece, and you will have a little scrap left over with a traditional 96-inch 2x4. So again, this project is designed to be simple and with minimal tools. Of course, that first step, you have to have a table saw. Now, we've got our 2x4 split in half. We got it down to a 1.5-inch size. We're ready to make our final cuts. If you have a miter saw, this goes real quick, real easy. But you're only making a 45-inch cut, and you're also only cutting 1.5 inches. You can easily do this with a skill saw without having a miter saw. Just a quick tip for you, if you didn't know this, you can usually use a square to help you line up and make a straight cut with a skill saw, especially on a 2x4 length, or in our case even shorter. Just go back off your measurement, line it up, hold it tight, and you've got a straight edge to make a quick, easy cut with a skill saw if you don't have a miter saw, or if you're on the job site. So next up, just sanding everything with some 120 grit orbital sanders. What I'm using, again, if you didn't even have a sander, just some hand sanding, knock off your edges. If you're using furring strips from Lowe's or Home Depot, this might be a little bit of a extra hard step with just sanding it with sandpaper. And you also, if you're using an orbital sander, may need some higher grit, some 60 or 80, or you can leave it like it is and kind of have a rustic paddle. You may like that look. So let's get to sanding. Normally when I'm staining, I use a preconditioner to make sure I get a nice even finish. With a project like this, it's just decorative. It's really not going to make a big difference. You could just buy a small thing of stain if you want to, but I'm showing you the method as if I was doing an actual piece of furniture. So blow it off, clean it off, then stain it. I like to use old t-shirts for the most part. Just a lint-free t-shirt works great. It's a lot better than a brush. Just take it, drench it, watch your drips, watch the little splotches, make sure nothing gathers in one spot, get a nice even coat on everything, let it dry, and you're done. Now with this project, because it's built in 3 pieces, if you wanted the blade to be 3 different colors, it'd be probably the best to do that beforehand. You could stain them 2 different colors or paint them 2 different colors, then eliminate the need to tape and make your lines. Just a quick, easy way to give it some interesting look with little effort. But mine's already together, so I'm giving it one solid stain. What are you laughing about?
You almost said some people and folks. The same time you said smokes. And also
some smokes.